Top of the time zone, everybody. I'm Fretty Jay here, and this is how I make my classic thumbnail. When you don't select and create your own thumbnail, it takes a random screen grab from your video and just puts that as a thumbnail. You don't get no special text, you just get a random picture and people don't understand what's going on. What I'm about to do is make a thumbnail pretty much tell itself. Again, I don't like monologuing. I just wanted this to be a quick video about how I do my thumbnails. So let's go ahead and get underway. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this is gonna be crazy, right? This is gonna be crazy, all right? I'm gonna make a thumbnail using this video as a thumbnail. So what I'm gonna do here, because we're on Twitch, I can do this. I'm gonna sit here and be like this. Look at the camera, try to get a little smile going. Right? And okay, so we got that. What I'm gonna do here, because we're on Twitch, I'm gonna go ahead and clip the last 30 seconds of it. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to my computer. We're gonna go find that clip. We're gonna go check out this clip. Hey, that's me. There we go, perfect. Good clip. Download landscape version. Open a new tab. All right, we're gonna save the video. All right, so we got our video, we saved it. I'm not going to use Windows Media Player. Windows Media Player does not do it. I'm going to show in folder. I'm going to show in folder, right? I am going to instead use photos. I'm going to open with photos. We're going to choose save a frame. Save a frame is going to be what I'm using here. So actually I need to go to the frame to go save it. All right. So say this is the frame I want to use. I'm gonna save that frame. All right, done. All right, next up, you could do it in photos, and I think you could also do it in movies and TV. This is gonna be crazy, right? This is gonna be crazy. Save photo from video. That's another way to do it. If you don't have Premiere Pro, this is how I was making my frames before Premiere Pro. So pretty much what I do is I get to scrub the frames. Do that, save, and that's how I got this picture. All right, so now what we're gonna do is one of the free things I use is Canva. Canva is great, a great tool to be able to, you know, make stuff like this on the fly. There's templates and whatever, but I'm gonna show you how to do my video, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do mine. So this is what we're gonna do. So what it's supposed to be for YouTube thumbnails is 1920 by 1080, that aspect ratio of 16:9, right? There's your 16:9. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have our blank canvas. We're gonna go ahead, upload that picture we just did. We're gonna upload that picture. Our thumbnail. We're gonna put it right here. Look at that face. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna edit it because we want to make it a little deep. We want to make it deep. We're gonna put some autofocus on it because again, this is a webcam. If this was a DSLR, it would do it by itself. But since we don't have a DSLR, we're having a webcam. We're gonna have to do make the autofocus itself. So we're gonna do this autofocus. It's gonna blur me a little bit. We gotta do a little cleanup because there's some weird line texture going on. We don't like that, but it's okay. We're just gonna fix it. All we have to do is have us in the focus position. Try to get the hands in there. A little mix. It's gonna be very difficult to do because again, this is, you know, computers. They don't really like that's not gonna be. We just gotta find a good middle ground here. Like right there should be probably a good decent middle ground. The background is blurred a little bit. Blur intensity. You don't want it too. You could blur it as much as you want. I prefer it not to be too blurred because then it looks obvious sometimes. Of like, yeah, this is not like an actual camera. Like sometimes I'll ease it up a little bit because, you know, I want people to see a little bit of Jeffrey too. So I don't want to blur it out and be like, oh yeah, I want it just a touch, I don't want people to see that that's a Pop-Tart box right there. There we go. Have a little bit of everything. Boom. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna upload an element here. I'm gonna add a shape. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go and select the gradient, and then we're gonna go back, select it again, and see, now we're able to select the gradient. We're gonna flip it so it's top down. We're gonna keep this here, but instead of it being 100%, we're gonna put it to 0. Switch this all the way to black. Acts almost like a vignette. So you get that right here. It pretty much darkens this area right here, so that way you can put whatever you want. Because it's a semi-gradient where it's transparent at top and dark at the bottom, you can now put whatever text on here. Like, I still want like a decent picture here, so I'll keep it around here. This is pretty much the lower thirds. Now that that's done, what we're gonna do is add some text. One of the fonts I like using is Beavis, and what I'm gonna do is add a text box. I'm going to up this to, I need a big number for right now, so I'm gonna say 120, and then we could go shrink it down from later. So like I said, I use Beavis, I use bold, and then for the color, I choose white. So now I have white. I'm gonna make this, that's gonna be my title. And I have different titles that I would like. This one's straight up cut and dry, but like if I had some action going on in the picture, I'll leave a caption in relation to that picture, or maybe something involved in the video. So that way you're like, what is he talking about right here? You click on it to find out where is it. Like sometimes I'll leave references in the video, and or like I'll in the caption, and people are like, okay, where are you getting this reference from? Why is this reference made in this video? And so that's where you go and look it up. Now that we have our title, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna click off of it, drag it back down. I am going to put this right here for now. I'm probably gonna shrink this down actually. See how it's a little bit clashy? We're gonna move it down a little bit more. Right there in the middle. All right, but we're not done with this yet. This still seems kind of flat. I want to make it a little bit dynamic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this, go to effects, drop shadow. You can either drop shadow, a little bit of lift here, but I like to go with the shadow look, a little bit of offset, a little bit of transparency, a little bit of blur. Color, I'm gonna change it to black, isolate it a little bit. I'm gonna go back to effects, work on it a little bit more, see what works out. So that's pretty much all there is to make a thumbnail for this. You could also, if I wanted to say that I was going live on Twitch, I could go to elements, add the Twitch logo up in here, change it to Twitch purple somewhere in the corner, add my username up here. What I'm gonna also do is, you see this right here, I want this purple. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this, document colors, change it to that purple. Also gonna edit, add a shadow, glow, and increase the size on it, blur amount, boom. So you could put the logo right here. Another method I like to do is I'll like to shape this up right here. Boom. Copy this, duplicate it, put the Fretty VT here, and then shrink this. That's pretty much if I wanted to make a Twitch stream about me making a thumbnail. And if you're trying to figure out a way to get some of these logos like this, and if you are on PC, if you go to your Steam library, there's actually a thing on here where you can actually, you have to go to, so you go to wherever your Steam is, you go to app cache, then library cache, and there you go. Any game that you have, you actually have a bunch of the logos for all this, and you could easily make thumbnails you could usually take this logo and put it on your thumbnail, so that way you don't have to like go and risk finding a fake transparent PNG on there. Or if you need some backgrounds or something like that, say all right, so here you go right here. So you have the little icon, you have a background, you have like a wallpaper, another wallpaper, a banner with no logo. You even have a blurred version of the same thing where you could use that as a background to one of your thumbnails. And then the Marvel vs. Capcom logo. So that's something, that's a little bonus tidbit. If you're looking for the logo or anything, like any kind of assets or something, if you're on Steam, you could pretty much do that. So that way you have your assets for there. So that's something that you could do. And yeah, that's pretty much how I make my thumbnails. And yeah, that'll do it. Appreciate y'all for coming out and checking that out. Really means a lot. If y'all like this kind of content, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You could follow me on Twitch at Fretty BT. So yeah, really hope y'all was able to get a lot about that. Thumbnails are really be important, so make sure y'all check that out. And as always, I'm Fretty Jay. Y'all have a good day and a better tomorrow. Until next time, we'll see ya.